Hi ladies, this is Zeffy from I'm Zeffy and I love to scrap. And today I'd like to share with you my scrapbooking space on holiday. This is the view I have. I usually sit here just on the inside of the balcony. I see the capital of Mytilene, of Lesbos, called Mytilene down there. And my laptop is over there, so that's where I streamed from this morning. My art journal. As you can see from a previous, one of my older posts, is that we came by boat without the car, so I could only bring a limited amount of things with me. I hope it's not too dark in this little corner. So I had my little pull along that I pulled along, and then I had this bag which has long straps that I could put over my shoulder, and that fitted my 30 by 30 box with all my kits and my papers in it. Okay, so let me sit on my chair and then I'll explain to you what I brought with me and how I unpacked it, because I know a lot of girls are going on holiday, and so this will maybe just give them an idea. This is my art journal book that goes with me everywhere, and I made this myself. I bound it, I sewed it up. I have a couple of pages left, and you can see I sewed it and bound it and everything. So this, just by the way, is going to be a lesson I'm going to do in September. We're going to make new books. So if any of the Greek girls are interested in joining me, please let me know. Okay, as you can see, I scrap on this tiny table. It's a round coffee table, little Greek table, and the wind blows, so I just got a little ice cream tub and I keep all my things that I have on my desk there, otherwise it blows off. Okay, and then on the coffee table next to me I got one of my mother-in-law's stainless steel trays, and I unpacked my bag onto this. So this basically contains everything. Let me see. On the floor here is my tool caddy. My tool caddy fits into my bag without if the things stick out like this, they don't fit, so it has to go down sideways. So I basically took out the scissors and some of the things, and then in one of the holes here, it's got a partitioning, 4 partitionings. So this one here, where all these embellishments in are, I packed my inks. Okay, and then that fits in my bag, as well as these 2 Tupperwares. They're not Tupperwares, they're 2 plastic containers. So that fits in the bag, and then on top of that I put my alphas and my stickers and a bag of flowers and a bag of lace and ribbons. I'll show you later. And a couple of stamps. So my 80G gun didn't fit into my bags, and neither did an extra packet of rubber acrylic stamps that I decided I'll take with. I threw those into my clothes. Okay, so what I decided was, okay, this is what space I have and this is what I've got to take. So I decided I'll fill the one container with glimmer mists, my liquid glues, my glossy accents. I'm very fortunate I've got the small little bottles of glossy accents, so I took those with. I only took 4 paint dabbers with, so I took a gold, a pearl, a blue and a little purple one. I took my twinkling H2Os, which are very nice. They fitted in there, and I had packed them in such a way that I managed to also get in this little set of alphas for journaling. Okay, what wasn't in this container were these tiny little beads. They not even seed beads, they're just tiny little beads. They're like water, which are nice for the center of flowers, plus a brown one. I found these in town last week, and this, I was so happy about finding this. This was quite expensive. It was €5.60, but it's like sugar. So this is really cool for handmade flowers, or even for ready flowers, to just give them another little dimension. And then in my other Tupperware, in my other container, sorry, I used to sell Tupperware, and I shouldn't call these tuppers because they're not tuppers, they're just cheap plastic containers. I think they were €2 each. They have lids, and they also have a little handle here that holds the lid on, but I've taken that off. In here, I packed this with ready cut die cuts. The dress form I worked on today was one of those. I took my pink paisley little embellishment sets with. I took the crepe paper buttons, and then I decided I'm going to take all the stuff that was lying on my desk. So I thought I'll take that so that I can use it. I took a couple of paper flowers, some tattered florals cut in white and blue, and I thought I could just ink those up and personalize them. Plus a little packet that my friend Kim had sent me with some lovely lace and some fencing and stuff and some sewing machines. So I took that with too. So that's basically where the embellishments go. What I've added to that subsequently are nice sweet papers. You get lovely handmade chocolates cut out in wrapped in that. Okay, then I packed my distress inks over here, and my archival inks, my dabbers, my cutting tool, and then I got myself a jar out of the pantry so that I could put all my pens and my brushes in it, because if I journal on the balcony, everything flies away or gets knocked over if it's soft, if it's like plastic. And then I managed to pack a couple of punches on the sides of the bag. So I basically bought 2 border punches, 3 circle punches, and tiny baby flower punches. And then I brought some stickers. I like those because you can add them on cardstock or cardboard and make lovely embellishments out of them. Some alphas, and that's about it. Some more words. And then what I've done is I put a little piece of a pasta box at the back here just to support them a bit. Okay, so as I sit here, behind me is the bag with all the cardboards, the cardstocks, and then underneath the coffee table is my white box with my kits. I've got about 3 kits in there. And then behind me I have my bags of goodies. I'll show you these, plus my aquarelle pencils and my photos. So those stay just in there. And a bit of floor. Let me quickly show you what I have in my caddy, seeing that I've got it here. I thought it wise to take all my memory keeper contraptions here. I've taken my 2 corner chompers, which do take up a lot of space. My crocodile, my stapler, my Tim Holtz stapler. I just love that. My Tim Holtz scissors. I only took the one. I have 2. I have one for fabric, but I just took my old one. There's quite a bit of space in here now that I've unpacked the inks, but it doesn't matter. I've got my tweezers in here, my pliers, some embellishments, my files, my acrylic plates on this side, my foam squares and my tape over here, extra foam for the other colors of my inks. What else? My little pokey tool and my cutters, my water brush, extra scissors and a scoring, whatever these things are called. I've forgotten what it's called now, whatever. My steel scissors and my little scissors. Oh, okay. Oh, and then you all know how I store my acrylic stamps. Hey, I have them in a big folder in page protectors. It's a bit quite a relaxed kind of way of having them, but it works for me, and it didn't cost me anything. These were just pages out of page protectors that the children had their notes in, and that they almost throw away at the end of each year. So I just managed to recycle them and use them. So I took out whatever pages I wanted with me, and I put a ribbon through them, and I packed these. I packed these with my clothes. Just don't tell my husband that. He had to carry all the poor suitcases. And then I packed another plastic bag with a couple of prima flowers and so forth. I want to share with you. I found these down in town. Aren't they pretty? I think they were 70 cents a bunch. Oh no, I'm lying. The big ones were actually 150. No, actually they were 70. I paid 150 for two. They were 75 cents. There, and got pink ones too. These here. Okay. I managed to find a couple of nice things while I was in Mitilini. And then I had one more packet with all my ribbons. And I did exactly the same thing with the ribbons. I didn't bring any ribbon spools. I just looked around, and all the ribbons that were in pieces, I put into a packet and I bought those with. And I thought, I'm going to use these first. I did though bring some of my laces with. And I'll show you how I store these at home. These are just tiny cheap Ziploc bags that I buy in bulk, and I just cut a hole in them with my crocodile and put a little piece of ribbon through them so they all held together. And then I roll up all the fiber and trim, and I usually have about 2 per bag. You can, and what I find it quite easy to use because you can see them and they don't fray and they don't get dirty, and everything is nice and folded and together. And so I just added these laces into my packet as well. And you know what, this packet is just growing, because as I tidied up the pantry over here, I found some ribbons that added to it and so forth. So ladies, that's basically my little space. I'll quickly show you the tag I made this morning. It's almost finished. There we go. And that's it. Thanks for sharing with me, or thanks for letting me share with you. And like I said, I did this just to show you that with a couple of things you can make nice things. And that's all for now. Bye.